Squadron, what's up? I had to take a little quick game break. I didn't mean to do that. I normally don't do that. But there'll probably be a little bit more footage because I can't help it. Some people relapse, right? Don't judge me. Okay, today we're in the lab. I have some show and tell. So, show and tell. The lovely book, right? So as we open up to the instructions for free resonators, I told you it would be text and illustrations. So obviously there's some text to break down the stuff in Yata Mashata to put you in perspective on how things are working. This resonator's guide applies to the paid kits because they work the same. All right, I was trying to get you guys to understand that, and you'll see that here. Let me show you guys what's going on. Illustrations with explanations behind all this shit. See? Has all the keys for you. Everything is here. All the partial counts and all that. I have to draw that in. I'll draw some of those in so you can see it, because these are the shape resonators, so you can see the actual shapes. Hold on. This is actually what it's going to look like when I draw them in. I had a little accident. I had to tear that one out. But yeah, I'll be drawing that in. Then we'll be getting into particles, which I started drawing them in and blah blah blah. Let you know how all the shit's breaking down with the footage key down here to let you know at 8 foot this is how many it is, which I drew that there. You guys you can see it. I have to finish that. But without further ado, we're going to jump to this box and get into particles, because we've been talking about a lot of resonator stuff, and these tricks can also probably be applied to resonators. So I'll catch you. Alright, I know sometimes I have to talk and explain stuff and show stuff. Okay, so I already have this set up. Right now I have the 3 particle extension squares, which is what is it, 48 or something like that, I believe. Let's look in the instructions. Sometimes I forget. Yeah, it's 48. Alright, so how you irritate the particles or agitate them to make them make noise? Well, they're at 0. At 8 foot, it's 48. Now, I have the bandpass radio set up, the redundancies, you know, envelope 3 is triggering it. It's all shut down, attack 0, decay 0, sustain 0, Yata Mashata, right? Filter 1, 100 key tracking, bandpass, 59 on the cutoff, 113 on the resonance, mod source, envelope 3 plus 63. FM source, envelope 3 off. Filter 2, because they're in serials, right? Filter 2, cutoffs at 70 or 80. Oops, should have been at 83. Resonance, I could have turned it up a bit. Put it on 12. Alright, FM source is oscillator 1, 127 on a crank. Now what's going on with the stuttering is the pulse width is at 0, modifier 1 is the pulse width source plus 63, because modifier 1 is LFO 1 and on a minus tip. Now this is a single cycle, speed is 7, start phase is 0, key tracking is 0, right? We go to the modifier. Modifier 1 is LFO 1 and minus. So when you screw around with minus, It gives you different types of stuttering, and it agitates the particles. I'll take it off. Listen. Now, can you still agitate them? Of course you can. You just have to change it to LFO. You got two ways of agitating them. You use the LFO, or you could take that LFO, you turn to modifier 1, like you have set up. Right here, right? Start going minus. Very, very, very simple. Now another trick that I found out while screwing around with this, right? Let me show you something. You can trigger the filter with the impulse noise. Let's reset this. Kill that oscillator, right? We go to filter 1 and we set that redundancy up, but we do a different redundancy. We go to resonance, turn it up to 113, right? Take it down to 59 on a cutoff, turn it to bandpass bullshit. Alright, let's leave that right there. Go to envelope 3. You shut that down. Let me show you something. Make sure key tracking is at 100 on that filter. You go to modulation 1, you take envelope 3, you go to noise level. Go like this. Turn it up a little bit. Now, you're probably like, okay, why are you showing us this? This is stupid. Well, don't you just remember just 2 seconds ago, we had the mod source is envelope 3 plus 63 to get the impulse because that's the FM source and ba ba ba. Remember? We had to set the envelope and keep it off. You see what I mean? That is also how you could trigger a filter without taking up the mod slot and FM source. Now, the thing is with that is the trade-off is if you try to do some other extracurricular activities, it might not come out right. So let's try that out right now and see what atrocities may come about. So we'll take the particles. We got the volume down to 0. We'll take the FM source, we'll turn to oscillator 1, and we'll crank it in. So you could do stuff like that, or you could oscillator 1 mod on a drive, right? And that's how you can do some extracurricular trickery without too much hassle. And you're using noise, but you're probably like, well, how does that work? I don't even know. It's an anomaly. It is a true anomaly within this box. Box has a lot of them. And I like to expose them, so does a teacher, right? And it's a really cool box. I love it, man. I do. I love it. That's just Clem to the Clem controller. All right. An atrocity. So you can get clangy bells. You just have to, play around with it. But I just thought I'd show you guys that I'm working on the instructions for the free stuff and the rest of the stuff, so you guys can put it all together The codex is, I would want to say it's kind of sort of done. I have more show and tell. Maybe you guys can look, take a quick peek. These numbers. Printed it out on paper, you know. Hidden footages and comb filters. You know, oscillator footages. You know, there's a lot of stuff here, man. This codex stuff is really stupid. Semitone scaling, envelope feed, ba 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 ba. You know, this was a comprehensive episode of, you know, stuff that's going down. I'm working on it, guys. I'm trying to get it together. I'm only one person. I don't have any help. I have to do this by myself. Bata bata bata. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry for rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you in a couple minutes. I gotta go do a couple things, get it posted, get pizza up. I'll be right back.